Hello everybody, it's Luigi here, and welcome to my Let's Play of Pikmin, and I've been waiting for this one for a while. Yeah, I really like Pikmin. It's really good, underrated franchise, and deserves a lot more attention than it does, and it's really fun too. It looks very nice, and I'm not gonna show that. And I'm very excited to get into it because, well, just a really good game. It's one of my favorite Nintendo games, series in general. So yeah, I'm really anxious to start. So let's just start. Let's select a new file. If I can get to the file select screen, there it is. Menus look very nice and clean. I do approve of this. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet with so many parts lost. The skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate the planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support system couldn't function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no. Better not to think about it. I must find the missing parts. A strange thing has appeared before me. I have barely begun my search when I reared up as if it was waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. The seed that the onion dropped took the root in the soil and now has produced an adorable little sprout. This sprout emanates a strange light, and it sways back and forth without benefit of the wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. Yes, if you cannot tell, I am playing on the Wii version. Extraordinary! When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. It has a shape similar to a Pick brand's carrot I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am stranded on a toxic planet. Toxic planet, you got that right. Fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try and grab it with A, and then throw it in the direction when I point. And I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to C and pressing down on the D-pad while pointing as well. The following controls appear allow to me several viewpoints. Z, rotate camera behind Olimar. Left and right, zoom. Up, change perspective. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. We can finally move the camera out. Jeez. About time. Now we have our first red Pikmin. And he follows us. He's cute. Alright. Now if you throw it at this thing called a pellet posy, It'll start breaking it until it falls. Then you'll pick it up and walk it over to the onion. Astonishing! The onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin have harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that the Pikmin can propagate. More Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. If we throw the Pikmin on top of the pellet posy, it'll break it instantly. But now, there are more Pikmin. Now if we press B, it does like a little short whistle, but if we hold it down, it does a long one. Thought that was pretty obvious, but it is worth mentioning. Now we have our group of 5 Pikmin. I thought that guy was walking backwards. Yeah, the Pikmin's automated intelligence is not the best. At least in this game, it gets better. And if we go over here, oh yes, if we press down the D-pad, they all swarm in front of me, and they all will latch onto something. Now, if we hit C, they'll get off of me, like that. You can also use them to, you can influence their direction, like this. Also very helpful. More than it would seem, actually. Now, we have a 5 pellet posy thing. Now I should throw all 5 on, and then they all can go. See? The number symbolizes how much Pikmin can carry it. Let's get 2 extra Pikmin. And they can also help with the moving of it. Like that. And a lot of seed sprout this time. Well, I pluck those. You two can go work on that. Oopsie, didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's pluck these Pikmin. And now we have just enough to push this cardboard box. Let's all swarm on, and then they'll push it. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups that perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned and Pikmin conduct. Approach and press A to pluck sprouts, and press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw. Press B to call them, C to dismiss. Press down on the D-pad and point to command and control with the group. Use Z and up and left and right on the D-pad to control perspective. I shall record this in my computer and access it with plus. Let's grab these Pikmin now. Let's pluck these 2. Now, it is right. If we hit plus, we see all of the stuff we've learned. Before we go and interrogate that, let's all put this over here, and you two can go do that. We can't do anything with this wall, as you can see. The Pikmin will bang their heads against it, but to no avail. As you see, they all just give up. Now, while those Pikmin are bringing those pellet posies back, let's all check what this is. Amazing, there's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the Dolphin? The Dolphin is the ship that Almar is in. Then these Pikmin are trying to go over each other. Now, what was I gonna say again? I kind of forgot. I'm so smart. And it'll come back to me. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks, but I guess I'll try to get it done once, repeatedly tapping A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flush with bright color. At other times, they revert to their paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. So yes, that is correct. Press A. They will do that. Zoom out. Now, let's see what Almar was saying. So as you can see, they all grow dimmer to this one. And if I whistle it back, it'll be bright red. You can also bring them back by walking into them. Like that. I don't know why you would ever do that, but you can. You can press A till I get 25. Now, if we go underneath the onion, it'll make that noise. You know, do this. If we hit A, we can put in Pikmin and take out Pikmin. If you put let's say I put 9 Pikmin in, they'll all start to go up and back into the onion. We always take them back out. It's sort of like a bank for the Pikmin. Yeah, let's go over here. Now let's all put them on the ship's engine. Here, make the noise. Now, press A next to it. Dolphin's main engine. It was pure luck that I found this piece first. With this, I can at least lift off. And you'll... Oh, yes. If you hit A when Almar has no Pikmin in his party, you'll do this. Yeah. You'll try and throw. Nothing. Yeah, something like that. Now, let's go play in the grass. Whee! Fun grass. While the Pikmin all slave away. That's carrying my ship part back to the SS Dolphin. You can also do this. This is fun to do. Oh, glorious. With all the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back toward home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? The search starts tomorrow. One day since impact. I have somehow managed to launch the Dolphin, but I was surprised to see the Onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The Dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hakatate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my Dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I'll name it the Forest of Hope. I'll explore it tomorrow. Next time on Pikmin, we'll be exploring the Forest of Hope. See you guys then.